Have you ever noticed that the moment you're closest to changing your life is often the exact moment you feel like quitting? Not because you're weak, not because you're incapable, but because your mind is trying to protect you from discomfort. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is giving up on a dream that was only one more step away from becoming reality. Someone is closing a notebook that held the blueprint for their future. Someone is deleting a business plan, abandoning a goal, walking away from a relationship worth fighting for, or convincing themselves that they're simply not good enough. Don't let that person be you. Listen carefully. Your life will not be defined by how many times you fail. It will be defined by the number of times you refuse to stay down. Every successful person you've ever admired has stood where you are standing today. They questioned themselves. They doubted their abilities. They wanted to quit. They felt exhausted. They wondered whether all their effort was meaningless. The difference is simple. They kept moving. Most people believe success belongs to the smartest, the luckiest, or the most talented. That's comforting because it gives them an excuse. But the truth is far more powerful. Success usually belongs to the person who refuses to stop. There will be mornings when motivation disappears. There will be nights when fear whispers louder than hope. There will be seasons when nobody believes in you. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can surrender to temporary pain, or you can become stronger because of it. Pain is temporary. Growth is permanent. Every obstacle you face today is preparing you for responsibilities you cannot yet imagine. Every disappointment is teaching patience. Every failure is building wisdom. Every rejection is strengthening your character. Life is not asking whether you deserve success. Life is asking one question: will you keep going when it becomes difficult? Because anyone can move forward when everything is easy. Champions are created when everything becomes hard. The strongest people are not those who never cry. They are the people who wipe away their tears and continue walking. Remember this. Your future self is watching every decision you make today. One decision creates regret. The other creates greatness. Years from now, you will either thank yourself for refusing to quit, or you'll spend your life wondering what might have happened if you had simply kept going one more day. Today is not the day to surrender. Today is the day to stand up once again. Today is the day to remind yourself that your story is still being written. And as long as you're breathing, the final chapter has not been written yet. Every emotion changes. Fear changes. Doubt changes. Frustration changes. Even the strongest emotions that feel overwhelming today will eventually lose their power. Yet the decisions you make while experiencing those emotions can leave a lasting impact on your future. That is why you must be careful not to make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. A bad day does not mean you have a bad life. A difficult season does not mean your journey is over. It simply means you are being tested in ways that are preparing you for something greater. Many people quit because they believe the way they feel in the present is the way they will feel forever. They convince themselves that because they are tired today, they will always be tired. Because they fail today, they will always fail. Because no one believes in them now, no one ever will. But life has a remarkable way of changing when you refuse to walk away. The person who succeeds is rarely the one who never struggled. It is the one who stayed long enough to see the struggle transform into strength. Think about the hardest moments you've already survived. At the time, they probably felt impossible to overcome. You may have believed the pain would never end. Yet here you are. You made it through. The emotions that once controlled your thoughts eventually faded, and what remained was experience, resilience, and wisdom. That is proof that feelings are temporary, but the lessons they leave behind can last a lifetime. Your emotions are like the weather. Some days the sky is clear and everything feels possible. Other days dark clouds appear and it seems as though the sun has disappeared forever. But no storm lasts forever. The sun has never stopped existing simply because you cannot see it. In the same way, your purpose has not disappeared just because your vision is clouded by fear or disappointment. Your future is still there, waiting for you to keep moving. The mistake many people make is waiting to feel motivated before taking action. They believe they need confidence before they begin. In reality, confidence grows after you take the first step. Action creates belief. Every time you continue despite uncertainty, you teach yourself that you are stronger than your fear. Little by little, your courage becomes greater than your excuses. There will be mornings when you wake up without motivation. There will be nights when doubt whispers that quitting would be easier. In those moments, remind yourself that feelings are visitors, not permanent residents. They come and they go. Your purpose, your values, and your commitment must be stronger than whatever emotion happens to show up that day. Don't allow a passing storm to convince you to abandon a destination that could change your entire life. The strongest people are not those who never experience fear or discouragement. They are the ones who acknowledge those emotions, but refuse to let them make the decisions. They continue moving forward even when every step feels heavy. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to keep going despite it. And when you learn to master that one habit, you discover a powerful truth. Your feelings may influence your moment, but they never have the authority to decide your future unless you give them that power. Most people only believe in progress when they can see immediate results. If the numbers don't increase, if opportunities don't appear, or if success doesn't arrive quickly, they begin to think their effort is meaningless. But real growth rarely announces itself in the beginning. Just like a seed spends weeks developing strong roots beneath the surface before anyone sees a single green leaf, your hard work is creating a foundation that others cannot see. What appears to be silence is often preparation. Every page you read, every new skill you practice, every early morning you choose discipline over comfort, and every mistake you learn from is shaping the person you are becoming. These small actions may seem insignificant on their own, but over time they create extraordinary results. Success is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built through hundreds of ordinary decisions made consistently. Do not measure your progress by comparing yourself to someone else's highlight reel. Measure it by the commitment you show every single day. The effort you invest today is never wasted, even if the rewards are delayed. Trust the process, remain patient, and keep showing up. One day, what was once invisible will become impossible to ignore, and people will call it an overnight success, never realizing it was years of quiet persistence that made it possible. Your mind is designed to protect you, not to make you extraordinary. It naturally chooses what is familiar because familiar feels safe, even when it keeps you stuck. That is why excuses often sound logical. I'll start next week. I'm not ready yet. What if I fail? These thoughts don't appear because you're incapable. They appear because your mind is trying to avoid uncertainty and discomfort. If you always listen to them, your life will remain exactly where it is. The truth is that growth begins the moment you step outside your comfort zone. Every meaningful achievement requires you to do something that feels unfamiliar at first. You won't always feel confident before taking action. In fact, confidence is usually the result of action, not the reason for it. Every time you face a fear, complete a difficult task, or keep going despite self-doubt, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you believed. Comfort may give you temporary peace, but it cannot give you lasting fulfillment. The life you dream about exists beyond the limits of what feels easy today. Every small act of courage expands your confidence and strengthens your character. The more often you choose progress over comfort, the more your mind begins to accept challenges as opportunities instead of threats, allowing you to grow into the person you were always capable of becoming. Life has a way of teaching its greatest lessons through challenges rather than comfort. Every setback you face carries an opportunity to grow, even if you cannot see it in the moment. Failure is not proof that you are incapable. It is proof that you are trying. Every mistake reveals something you didn't know before. Every disappointment builds patience. Every rejection teaches resilience. These experiences are not meant to break your spirit. They are shaping the strength you will need for the future. Think about the people you admire most. Their success was not built on a perfect path free from obstacles. They faced losses, criticism, uncertainty, and moments when giving up seemed easier than continuing. What made them different was their willingness to learn instead of surrender. They treated every setback as feedback, adjusting their approach while keeping their vision alive. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" begin asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" That simple shift changes your perspective. Problems become lessons, failures become experience, and obstacles become stepping stones. Every difficult season is preparing you for responsibilities and opportunities that require greater wisdom and resilience. The struggle you face today may become the very reason you are strong enough to achieve what once seemed impossible. Keep learning, keep adapting, and trust that every challenge is adding value to the person you are becoming. Goals are important because they give your life direction, but they are not the most valuable thing you gain from the journey. The greatest reward is the person you become while pursuing them. Anyone can dream about success, wealth, or recognition, but not everyone is willing to develop the discipline, patience, resilience, and integrity required to achieve them. Those qualities cannot be bought, borrowed, or inherited. They are earned through consistent effort, difficult choices, and the willingness to keep moving forward when progress feels slow. Imagine reaching every goal without ever facing hardship. You might enjoy the reward for a while, but you would never discover your true strength. It is the challenges along the way that shape your character. Every early morning, you choose discipline over comfort. Every setback you refuse to let define you. Every temptation you overcome. And every promise you keep to yourself becomes part of your identity. These moments may seem small, but together they build a person who can handle greater opportunities and greater responsibilities. Money can disappear. Recognition can fade. Circumstances can change overnight. But the habits you develop, the wisdom you gain, and the character you build stay with you wherever you go. That is why personal growth is the greatest investment you can ever make. When you become stronger on the inside, external challenges lose their power to control your life. You stop depending on perfect conditions because you have learned to create stability within yourself. Many people spend years chasing success without realizing that success is also chasing the person who is prepared to handle it. If you become disciplined, responsible, focused, and emotionally resilient, opportunities begin to find you because you are ready for them. The journey is not simply asking, what do you want to achieve? It is asking a much deeper question. Who must you become to achieve it? When you commit to becoming that person every single day, your goals stop feeling like distant dreams and start becoming inevitable outcomes of the life you choose to live. Every great story has moments that look like the end, but later become the turning point. When people face failure, rejection, or disappointment, they often assume that their journey is over. They believe one mistake defines who they are, or that one setback determines what they are capable of achieving. But life doesn't work that way. A single chapter never tells the entire story. As long as you are willing to keep moving forward, there is always another page to write, another lesson to learn, and another opportunity to rise stronger than before. Your current circumstances do not have the authority to decide your future. They are only a snapshot of where you are today, not a prediction of where you can be tomorrow. Many of the world's greatest achievements were accomplished by people who refused to let temporary defeat become a permanent identity. They understood that failure is an event, not a person. It is something you experience, not something you become. Every time you choose to stand back up after falling, you prove that your determination is stronger than your disappointment. There will be days when progress feels painfully slow. There will be moments when you question whether your effort is worth it. During those times, remember that persistence often works quietly. Every step forward, no matter how small, is carrying you closer to the life you want. Success is rarely the result of one giant leap. It is built through countless small decisions to continue when quitting would have been easier. Never let one difficult season convince you that your best days are behind you. Your greatest breakthrough could be waiting just beyond the challenge you're facing today. Keep believing in your ability to grow, keep learning from every experience, and keep showing up with courage even when no one is watching. The future belongs to those who refuse to let temporary pain steal permanent possibilities. Your story is still being written, and every choice you make today holds the power to shape a tomorrow far greater than anything you've imagined. Keep going, because the ending of your story has not been decided yet. It is being created by the determination you show right now. The journey you're on was never meant to be easy, but it was always meant to make you stronger. Every challenge you've faced, every setback you've endured, every moment you've questioned yourself has been shaping the person you are becoming. Remember, success is not reserved for the most talented or the luckiest. It belongs to those who refuse to quit when life becomes difficult. The road may be long, the obstacles may seem overwhelming, and the progress may sometimes feel invisible, but every step you take with courage brings you closer to the life you deserve. So when doubt tells you to stop, choose one more step. When fear tells you that you're not enough, remind yourself how far you've already come. When failure tries to convince you that it's over, remember that every great comeback begins with someone who refused to stay down. Your dreams are worth fighting for, your future is worth sacrificing for, and your potential is far greater than your current circumstances. Never allow temporary pain to steal the permanent possibilities waiting ahead of you. One day you'll look back on this chapter of your life and realize that these difficult moments were not the end of your story. They were the foundation of your success. Keep believing. Keep learning. Keep growing. Most importantly, keep moving forward, even if it's only one step at a time. Because every step you refuse to quit is another step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another powerful dose of motivation. Share this speech with someone who needs to hear these words today. And remember, no matter how hard life gets, you cannot give up. Your greatest victory may be just one more step away.